Yes, good afternoon students. Today we are going to discuss about the lecture number 12. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the concept of weak entity types, and we are going to see that how it is being represented inside in the ER diagram notation. Also, we will see that how on the basis of these concepts our ER diagram is going to be refined more further. So first of all, we will see what is the weak entity type. See, an entity type that does not have a key attribute of their own is called as a weak entity type. So what is a weak entity? Weak entities are those entities which do not have the key attribute of their own. That is called as the weak entity type. The second important point to note about the weak entity is weak entity type must participate in an identifying relationship type with an owner or identifying entity type. The second point that describes completely about the weak entity type is that a weak entity type must participate in an identifying relationship. That means weak entity type is used inside in the identifying relationship. Either it acts as an owner or the identifying entity type. So this is the second important point to note about the weak entity type. There is third important point which also defines that the weak entity type always has a total participation constraint. That means the existence dependency exists inside in the weak entity type with respect to its identifying relationship. So this is the third important point that says about the weak entity type. Now if we see and discuss the concept with the help of an example which says that suppose that a dependent entity is identified by the dependent's first name and the birth date. We are having an entity that is called as the dependent, which is being identified by the dependent's first name and birth date, and the specific employee that the dependent is related to. So what we are considering? We are considering that the dependent entity is identified by the dependent's first name and birth date and the specific employee that the dependent is related to. Dependent is therefore will become a weak entity. Why it is weak entity? Since dependent is a weak entity with employee as its identifying entity type via the relationship dependent of. So what we can say, employee is related to the dependent with the type of relationship dependent. Therefore, the dependent will act as a weak entity. Why it is a weak entity? Since it will not have any key attribute. So this is the complete specification regarding the concept. Now if we say that how the weak entity is being represented inside in the ER diagram. So to represent the weak entity inside in the ER diagram, we are having the weak entity and its relationship represented by a rectangular box and the diamond with the double lines. So we are having the relationship for which the weak entity represent or connect is represented by the diamond with double line. So this is the first important point to note, that how it is being represented inside in the ER diagram. Secondly, the partial key attribute is underlined with the dashed or dotted line. Sometimes, as we have seen, that the weak entity type don't have any key attribute, but it is having an attribute that is called as a partial key. That means it is not at all the full key, nor it is a representation completely specifying all the properties. Therefore, it is called as the partial key, and it is being represented by underlined with a dashed dotted line. This is the representation inside in the ER diagram. Students, if you see about the summary of the ER diagram now, so what we have seen that this is the entity type symbol. This is the weak entity type symbol. Weak entity means it is being represented by the double rectangular lines. This is the simple relationship type symbol representing the simple relationship symbol. While this is the representation representing the identifying relationship type. So we are having this is as the simple representation of relationship symbol, while this is the identifying relationship type. These are the attribute symbol with the key attribute representing like this, with this the multi-valued attribute. We have also seen about the composite attribute and derived attribute symbol like this. Now if we see about the constraint, मैंने आपसे कहा था कि इनको हम बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे। तो अगर ये सिंबल्स आप देखें तो ये सिंबल क्या है, दिस इज द टोटल पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ E2 इन R. So this is the symbol representing the relationship type with specifying the total participation constant by double line between this E2 and R. Therefore, it is read as, it is specifying the total participation of E2 in R by this double line. If we say about the cardinality ratio, then how it is being represented? It is representing by writing 1 and n on the straight lines of relationship type between the entity types. So this is cardinality ratio 1:n for E1 is E2 in R, and it is being represented like this. Similarly, we are having the min-max type. Min-max means structural constant of min-max on participation of E in R. If this is the entity E that participate in this relationship R with the specification of min-max as the structural constant, then this is the symbol that represent it. So these are the different types of summary of ER diagram notation. We are going to use these different types of symbol inside in the entity relationship diagram, that is ER diagram. Now if we refine our company database that we were discussing from the beginning on the basis of this ER diagram that we have seen up till now. So what does the relationship specify? We specify following relationship type. First is the manage. Manage relationship, if we see in our ER diagram, then it is having one-to-one relationship between the employee and department, and employee participation is partial type. That means the attribute start date is assigned to this relationship type. So first important point to note about the company database is that it is specifying the first relation, that is manage, which is having one-to-one binary relationship between employee and department, and the employee participation is partial. The second important point to note about the relationship type is the second type of relationship inside in this company database is the works for. Works for is having the cardinality of 1:n. That is one-to-many relationship type between the two entities, that is department and the employee, and both are partial participation. Both is showing the cardinality, the participation constant of partial type. So third is the control. What does the third relationship that is being present inside in the company database? That is the control. Control is specifying 1:n relationship type between department and project, and the participation of project is total, whereas that of department is partial. So this is the third relationship type between that is being used inside in the ER company diagram, company ER diagram, and it is being specified between the department and project. Similarly, we are having other types of relationship inside in the ER diagram of the company database, that is of supervision. Supervision is showing the cardinality of 1:n relationship between employee and the employee. That means at one time the employee is playing the role of supervisor or the boss, while at the second time employee is working or showing the role of supervisee or the worker. So supervision is connected with the employee entity in two types. One is in the role of supervisor, second is in the role of supervisee with the cardinality showing 1:n. And both participations are determined to be partial. Clear? Similarly, we are having next relationship type, works on. Works on is determined to be m:n, that is many to many, with attribute hour after the users indicate that project can have several employees working on it. तो works on हमारा एक और relationship है जिसकी cardinality many to many है relationship type के लिए, और वो क्या specify करता है, उसका attribute है hour, जिसमें कि ये पता चलता है कि यूजर प्रोजेक्ट पे कितनी देर तक कितने सारे एम्प्लॉयज काम करते हैं. तो ये फिफ्थ रिलेशनशिप टाइप जो कि हमारे ER डायग्राम के अंदर होगा. अब सिक्स्थ कौन सा रिलेशनशिप होगा? सिक्स्थ होगा डिपेंडेंस ऑफ. द डिपेंडेंस ऑफ मीन्स 1:n रिलेशनशिप टाइप होगा जो कि एम्प्लॉय और डिपेंडेंट के बीच में होगा, विच इज ऑल्सो एन आइडेंटिफाइंग रिलेशनशिप फॉर वीक एंटिटी टाइप डिपेंडेंट. तो हमारे पास यहाँ पे वीक एंटिटी टाइप क्या होगी? डिपेंडेंट होगी. एम्प्लॉय और डिपेंडेंट के बीच में रिलेशनशिप डिपेंडेंट का होगा जो कि 1:n का होगा, जिसमें कि पार्टिसिपेशन जो होगा एम्प्लॉय का वो पार्शियल होगा और डिपेंडेंट का टोटल होगा. तो हमारे पास ये 6 टाइप के रिलेशनशिप यहाँ पर काम कर रहे हैं इस कंपनी डेटाबेस के अंदर. तो हमने रिलेशनशिप टाइप के बेसिस पे अपने डेटाबेस को देखा कि 6 रिलेशनशिप इस एंटिटी रिलेशनशिप डायग्राम के अंदर है। अब अगर हम एक एग्जाम्पल अपना जो हमने पूरा डेटाबेस बनाया था, ईआर स्कीमा बनाया था कंपनी का, अगर हम अब देखें तो हमारे पास सारे रोल स्पेसिफाइज हैं, सारे रिलेशनशिप स्पेसिफाइड हैं और इस तरीके से ये ईआर डायग्राम बन रहा है। आप देख सकते हैं कि इसके अंदर कौन कौन से रिलेशनशिप है। पहला मैनेजर्स का, दूसरा कंट्रोल का, उसके बाद तीसरा डिपेंडेंट का, चौथा वर्क्स फॉर का और पांचवा सुपरविजन का। ये सब किन किन के बीच में है? एम्प्लॉय के, डिपार्टमेंट के, प्रोजेक्ट के और डिपेंडेंट के बीच में रिलेशनशिप काम कर रहे हैं। तो हमारे पास कौन कौन से रिलेशनशिप है? वर्क्स फॉर, मैनेजर्स, कंट्रोल्स, डिपेंडेंट्स, works yes and supervision. These are the different types of relationship with the specification of their role, with the specification of their cardinality constraint, with the specification of their participation constraint. So this is the concept of participation constraint inside in the ER diagram. Okay, thank you.